together, huh? Well over 10 people. Yeah.
How many people are watching?
Hello, hello. I think we have Jeff on.
Jeff. So are you?
Everybody hear me?
Are you gonna slowly start taking off your clothes during the process of this?
No.
You're not gonna.
Just really
This
rapid.
isn't a strip. This isn't a strip show.
No. I'll do it all at once.
Are you gonna put it in your sleeping bag? Show people what it's like sleeping with you.
What?
The laptop. You gonna take the laptop into your?
I have Grady lives like right there. He's one of my best friends over there, and then Harry's here. You guys know Harry? Maybe you don't.
Give him Grady's address so they know exactly.
I'm
what
not getting him
about.
his address. No. Man, I've never done this thing before, and it's weird, but we're out here. Anybody wish they were camping? So we're out here in the garage, and I'm literally just pretending I'm in the woods. My wife thinks I'm weird, but
It's not weird. It's just funny.
no, it's kind of weird.
It's like you're 10 years old and you have a little clubhouse.
Yeah.
If I was stuck in a house for a week, I think I would.
Are y'all
be-
gonna get in the
2
spotlight
weeks.
here?
No.
Get up in it. So yeah, there's my fort. I'm excited to sleep in there. Nice. Braden just got a new TJ. Right on. That's cool.
A 90?
Ready for camping, stuck at work. Man, I hear you. I hear you.
Rachel said that.
1990 Jeep TJ. Nice.
Who's Jeep Mafia?
I don't know.
Look, that guy's
Who's
one of
staring
that
at
guy's middle name is Ocampo. You think he camps a lot with Ocampo?
Oh,
Is his name?
sure. Of course he does.
Is there a Spanish way to camp?
Spanish word for camping?
Is that like a Latin camping style, Ocampo?
I don't know. Ask him.
I doubt. Please, people watching this go, oh lordy.
Can you even see the Jeep? Probably not.
No, it's dark.
Barely.
How about now? How about now? Right, ready? Boom!
Wow.
No, just really bright light now.
Fireflies in
No, I know it's like not bright at all.
there.
What?
He replied, he said, I wish I can't more.
Oh, you don't want to camp in the apartment? Come on, man. No, that'd be weird. It's okay. I think my neighbors all think I'm weird for doing this, but because people come like walk their dog and stuff at night, and I'm just sleeping outside. So
Earlier this week, the entire neighborhood got ransacked by people going and trying to open car doors. Grant fell victim.
yeah, so I didn't lock my Jeep, and I can't fit my Jeep in the garage at night, and because of the tent, and yeah, I went in there the next day, and our neighborhood has like a Facebook watch group, I guess, or whatever it is. And they posted like all the security footage of like these couple guys walking around with backpacks. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so I checked in my Jeep the next morning, and they'd stole my walkie-talkies, and they moved around my tire deflator in there. They went through all of my gear pouches, didn't take any of that, but stole a little bit of money in the center console and my walkie-talkie. So I'm freaking bummed, dude. But yeah, there's security footage of a couple jokers walking around, and we don't have cameras on our house. So
In a sick way, I hope they come back while you're in this tent, and you can.
I'm gonna bring my
you can
gun in the
scare
tent.
them. Just scare them.
yeah. Yeah, that freaking sucked, man. I hated that. I'm gonna catch up on some of these comments here.
And of course, when I get 24-hour roadside duty, you decide to do this, and my my truck is at the shop.
Yeah. Grady said I need a 10-second delay in case Harry says something he shouldn't. I need like a 10-minute delay.
What's that supposed to mean, Grady?
Yeah, I agree there. What? Yeah, anyway. I'm cooking dinner, even though I have a full kitchen like 50 feet over there. Oh, what are you cooking, Grant?
What are you cooking, Grant?
Oh, I'm cooking chili. I'm just reheating chili.
You're splashing chili.
You know, now that you're actually cooking something outside in your garage,
Am I redneck?
I'm scared this is like the slow breakdown of your sanity.
That's why.
This is what happens when you can't
go.
go to work for 7 days.
He's been home for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been working from home for 2 weeks,
Oh my
and it
gosh.
has sucked. Yeah. Almost lost my job. Also, found out today that I am good. So, it's me and my wife have been a nervous wreck all week. Man, I wish. Yes,
They
I wish
almost
the
had
Jeep
you
could fit.
24/7.
What's that?
So they almost had you 24/7. You did.
Thank God you aren't going to eat beans inside. Scare them with a couple fire shots. Yeah. I'll scare them. I'll fire off some warning shots. Hey, I got this though. This will work too. No.
Where's the ammo?
Oh, actually, it's right here. Here's Kona. Come here. Here's Kona. Everybody say hi.
Look at the. Okay,
Come here. Here it is. Doesn't give a crap.
Bob's.
Alvin from Fort Smith. Where do you find sick trails to camp at? Man, hey, that shoots hard, dude.
Does it really?
Yeah, it freaking does.
No, Kona, don't eat it.
Well, where to go? Where do I find sick trails to camp at? Quit, dude. Mostly in the Ozark National Forest. That is where I trail and camp the most. You could spend like weeks out there. That's the best place. And from my location, it's like an hour and a half away. So it's not a really hard trek to get out there or anything. I wish I could go there like every weekend, but would you ever do a meetup? Man, absolutely. I've wanted to. I just haven't thought of how I'm going to orchestrate it. I would like to do like a meetup in the Ozark National Forest and camp for a couple days or something. What was that?
This is out of my flops.
All right. Well, Harry's a Mercedes technician. I got you. I'm sorry. Would I ever do a meetup? Yeah, I would love to do a meetup. Again, the most likely place would be the Ozark National Forest. So, honestly, I'm not a fan of like summertime camping. I think now, like fall is my favorite time of camping. But I don't know. Maybe we can do some spring
It's
stuff.
a different ball game when you have a rooftop tent, though.
You get better breeze, right?
It's a better airflow.
Yeah. Corona meetup. Corona beer meetup. That's fine. Arc Socks. What is the best beginner trail in Arkansas? Ozark National Forest as well. Yeah, definitely. Like
He has that one group.
best beginner trail. I mean, you can find like. I'd say Ozark National Forest is easy. It's easy to. I don't know. There's not a lot of super technical stuff in the Ozark National Forest. Most of it is like fire roads and stuff you might not even need 4-wheel drive in. But there's like these weird offshoots and stuff that require 4-wheel drive and that are more fun, especially like crossing like streams and rivers and stuff, because there's a lot of that in like the Mulberry River. There's like tons of crossings, and those can get really high and sketch, but for the most part, it's not bad, is it?
Well, I was on a call today over in Greenwood, Arkansas, and I had to pass the Mulberry River. I crossed over it. That water was humming.
Really?
Crystal blue, though. I mean, it's a blue you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
That's worth just going and seeing alone. All right, I'm gonna head home.
All right, man. Take care.
Business.
All right, guys. What?
Bye, Earl.
Let me catch up on some of these comments. Thank you, Braden. I appreciate that.
What did he say?
That I'm a huge inspiration and in love with my Jeep. I appreciate that a lot. Jaron from Florida. Man, that's far. That's far. I ain't going to Florida. Here's Harry's new Overland rig. It's all gutted. Like, the whole back is gutted. It was just, like, you could sleep 10 people back there. Anyway. Oh, the Rubicon Trail, man, that would be freaking cool. Like, for me, honestly, like, doing really far road trips, like, for me just to get to the Rubicon Trail would kind of suck. That Jeep is not the best, like, highway, setup or anything. It's tall. It's like driving a box down the highway. So, hey, thanks, Roger. Appreciate that. I'm glad you got a TJ. They're really cool rigs. I like them a lot. Where'd you get your stickers for your tailgate? Man, I've always had a collection of stickers. Like, I just always keep stickers. I have a drawer full of them. I'll show you in a second. I'll bring the laptop over to the tent, and I'll show you all my stickers there. But yeah, I just have collected them over the years. I will say, if you want stickers from like cool brands and stuff, what I started doing was you can go on like their website. You can go to like foxracing.com or Maxxis Tires or whatever, and you can say, hey, like your brand, blah blah blah. Could you send me some stickers? Here's my address. And a lot of the time, like, companies will send you stickers. So I got a lot of them by doing that too. I'm glad you watch every video, Braden. That's really cool. I appreciate it. Can I have your Watts number? Does that mean my wife's number? Nah, dog. That ain't it. You ain't getting that. Rebuilding my CJ7. Hope to get on the trails. Nice. My uncle he just got a CJ5. And I think it's pretty cool. I love the short wheelbase. It's really cool. It's just like a four-wheeler, basically. What's up, sexy? Yo, we got Chad from Overland Addict. What's up, dude? It's good to see you, man. If you don't know, if you haven't seen my, I guess, most recent videos, I've been camping with Chad a few times. He's a really cool guy. He also has a channel and just launched a new store and everything, and he's just killing it. He's in, it's not Springfield, it's like Nixa, Missouri, maybe. I might be butchering that, Chad, but yeah, he's a cool guy. If you need some gear, check out Overland Addict on the internet. Okay, so if you guys want to, Nixa, yeah. Oh, WhatsApp. What's my WhatsApp number? Bro, I don't got WhatsApp. I got Instagram. How about that? Your Jeep's pitching a tent for you. That's hilarious. You're not wrong. Here we go. Sorry, it's kind of blurry, guys. Back to what I said earlier about the stickers. Been having my collection go for a while. So, wow, those are all backwards, I think. But There's the sticker collection there. Chad, I'm cooking. Well, I'm heating up some chili that I've already made. So, being really lazy, but yeah, making some chili. Gonna eat it in a little bit. What else? Oh, the newest addition. If you haven't seen my latest video, I have some traction boards. They're pretty cool. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. Yeah, any questions while I'm over here on the Jeep? What type of green do you have on your Jeep? Happy with the front runner tint. Yeah. So I am happy with the front runner tint. First of all, the tint is sweet. It's like pretty cheap, honestly, like comparatively to a lot of the tints I've seen. I like it. Biggest thing about it I like is how small it is when you fold it up. It's much smaller than like what is it? CVT or other things like that. But I like it a lot. Would love a hard shell. I was talking to Chad from Overland Addict today. I would love a GFC. Those things are sweet. But anyway, what type of green is on your Jeep? So this color is called Commando Green. Sorry, guys, this is not a good color view, but the color is Commando Green, and it actually came on the early JKs. So that was like a standard Mopar color, the Commando Green. And when I purchased this Jeep, it had already been painted that color, so I didn't go out and get it painted or anything. So I think it's like one of the coolest colors. Let's see here. Will you take it off in the summer since it's too hot to camp? Yes. So I think my next, not my next video, but I definitely will take off the tent when it starts to get really hot. Usually what I do in the summer, you guys probably don't know this, but I don't have AC in that Jeep at all. It came from the factory without AC. I take the doors off, and weather permitting, I'll take the windows off. I'll just unzip the sides, and I stay really ventilated, and I don't really need AC. It's not that bad. So yeah, I'll be making a video when it starts to get really hot, and I'll just kind of put my Jeep on a diet, I guess, and make it more summer worthy. So, favorite part about overlanding? Oh, I missed one. Sorry, I'll get back to that in a second. Oh, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. Sick channel, love Jeep. Thank you so much. Just bought your third TJ. Wow. $9,000. Very cool. Awesome. Yeah, favorite part about overlanding. That's probably the hardest question I'll get tonight. Favorite part is, I don't know, to be corny or to like sum it up, is just to escape the world, right? Like, we're so busy and caught up in our jobs and just the monotonous cycle of life. Like, I feel like just getting lost somewhere is cool. But I also like to get lost and be comfortable, right? When I first started camping, I would have like a $30 Walmart tent and, a sleeping bag and stuff. And that pretty much made trips not near as fun or enjoyable. So I love geeking out over gear. Like, I love all this gear. I love modding vehicles. I love off-roading and trails. But I think my favorite thing is probably just camping. And then right after camping would be like, wheeling and doing trails, and like just knowing your vehicle's capable is just really cool to me. Is it hot up there like Louisiana? Right now, where I'm at, it is not very hot. It's actually let me back up. It's actually like a record high this week of temperature. It's like 70 degrees right now. And it's like 8:30. So It's a little hot comparatively than what it usually is. What's inside your engine? So you're asking what my engine is. I have this 4.0 and love it. Love the inline six. It is dope. Those are just bulletproof motors. You know, they're tried and tested, and they're awesome. I'm gonna bring you over here while I make some food. 30 degrees in Ohio. Man, to be honest, I love cold weather camping. 30 degrees is Fahrenheit is like, that's perfect for me. If you have a rooftop tent and you're camping, like, that is, you can really get warm in one of those things. I prefer cold weather camping any day. So I'm making chili. If you're just tuning in, I'm making chili and eating it, and it's going to be kind of awkward. So. What else we got here? Hello from Baton Rouge. Man, that's awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Is there a way I could send you a picture or two of my Jeeps? Of course. Send me a picture. I'd love to see your Jeep. If you have Instagram, you can check me out there. My name's grizzy.graham. GRIZZY.graham. I'll put it in here if you want. Not talk and type. But yeah, if you want to send me any pictures of your cars or your rigs or whatever, like, hit me up on Instagram. I'd like to see them. Let's see. Thoughts on the Sahara model? Man, I think they're awesome. The interior is obviously like their strong suit, and it's kind of the Sahara is kind of the pretty Jeep in my opinion. But you know what? Like, I think they're cool. Like, I think the painted fender flares are cool. I will say mine is just like a base. It doesn't really have any, it's not a Rubicon or anything. And I seem to get around just fine. What else we got? Let me pull this up on my phone so I can don't have to keep looking at the camera. See if I can do that. Sorry guys, bear with me. Oh, there we go. Cool. Crazy technology. All right, would I ever sell my Jeep? Dun dun dun. Would I ever sell my Jeep? There's a price for everything, I would say. There is a price for everything, so and that's actually, you guys might get sad about this. Would I sell my Jeep? I don't think I'm going to go to the grave with it, so maybe. I know that's crazy. Grady's saying Tacoma? Probably. Man, that's a big decision. That's a big can of worms to open up. But yeah, would I sell it? Like, the reality is, I would love to just continue building and experiencing a different make of vehicle, a different model. Like, never really had a pickup, I've never had a bed to mod or to play with or whatever. I've never had a car. That's kind of why we have the Subaru. I've never had, like a 4-door SUV. So I think going to different vehicles is cool. Like, I'm down with changing that. I'm gonna grab a bevy. I don't know why I'm not using my phone like I said I was. Let me move this around. Is this better? Probably not. Sorry. First timer here. What do we got? If you could do, so I'm going back to the top again. If you could do another build, what gen Jeep and what would its focus be? Good chili. So I know I already answered this, but for a Jeep specifically, if I had to go back and do another build for a Jeep, I guess my biggest thing is like I don't want to be like everyone else, and I feel like everyone has a 4-door JK. Like, I'm not knocking JKs; they're cool. To me, they're just like the Civic of the, of the off-road community. Like, everyone has them, and there's good reason for that, right? Like, they're awesome. But what gen Jeep, man? If I had to pick any Jeep to be, my next build, it would probably be like a Wagoneer, man. Those are freaking cool. Those just the older stuff, man. It looks so good. I had an old 77 International Scout before this Jeep. I drove that every day, and man, sometimes I just miss a carburetor. Like, those things are awesome, dude. When are you doing a group camp with non-weirdos? I'll make the drive from Oklahoma to Devil's Canyon. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier about like doing a group meetup and camping. I would absolutely love to do that. But the way I answered last time was like, I just haven't figured it out. I haven't figured out the logistics. I haven't figured out how, like, if I do a group meetup, is someone going to murder me? Like, I don't know. I would love to do one. If I did one, it would not be in the summer because, again, I absolutely hate the summer. But, oh, that's funny. Wow, I'm lagging on the comments here. Sorry. Let me skip around a little bit. Been out on the bike lately. Yes, I love. Yeah, I went. Let's see. Thursday. It's yesterday. Yeah, so big mountain biker if you didn't know, and I went yesterday and it was lovely. That's true. I bet a cool part of overlanding would be the community. Seems like good folks. I agree, but then it takes one time, right? Like, I don't know. It probably won't stop me. I'll probably do it anyway. Making a 70s camper to go with 99 TJ. Sweet. That's really cool. A camper would be awesome. But by the time, if I got a camper, I'd just be like, man, just give me something 4 doors. Like, I don't know. If you're like camping a lot and you're like, you have an established home base, if you're camping for a week or something, a trailer would be sweet because you can just dump the trailer and just go wheel and come back. Nathan Proctor, what's up, dude? Good to see you on here, man. Hello from Orlando. I bet it's really hot there. Want to know something? I hate the heat. Wow, Costa Rica. That is crazy. Thank you so much for watching this. That means a ton. Grant, question for you. What is your next big mod to your Jeep? I have this many mods planned for the future. I don't know yet. I mean, honestly, the next one is probably a new trasheroo or a new backpack or something. The one I have here, I'll just show you. See, I'm literally ripping this just with 2 fingers. So this is like completely sun bleached, and the color used to be like really tan. That was the original color, and this is the sun bleached version. And yeah, this bag is just piece of crap. So I'd like to get one that Chad has on his Overland Addict store, which is sweet, and that is what is it called, man? Then that one is that Trasharoo is like $50, and I was like, I'll just buy a new Trasharoo every year, and what am I gonna lose? But I don't know. I need to get one. I'm so bad about looking at the comments on here versus my phone. Sahara has a City Slicker Jeep. Yeah, it's kind of like I've heard it be called like the pretty Jeep, basically. That's fine. I need a TV to see the chat. You are exactly right. I'm sorry if this is painful for you. Wow, I'm way behind in the comments. Jeez. How many miles do I have on the Jeep? 134,000. My neighbor Grady said, will you sell my 4Runner? You can sell your 4Runner, Grady. I'll just say, no, I think he has like a 3rd-gen 4Runner. Yeah, if you want to buy a 4Runner, let me know. What else we got? Day comes when you sell your Jeep. Best believe you name a price and I'm buying. Well, it's not out of the question. So honestly, like I just love new challenges and new builds and newness. So get a Defender 90, dude. Yeah, Defender 90. Heck yeah. Those are so cool. The only problem is like they're $1 million. Not really, but to me they're like $1 million. And if something goes wrong on a Defender 90, like bro, no one can work on that. Yeah, TJ owners are a dying breed, Jeff. I agree. But if I ever transition to something else, you have to promise me you'll still watch the channel. All right, Death's Peak 78. Hello from Central Arkansas. Love the channel. What's your take on the Gladiator? Ooh, hot take on the Gladiator. Hot take on the Gladiator. Also, if you're not drinking a beer, please drink a beer with me because you need to do that. It's Friday night. So, Gladiator opinions. Let me do this. Gladiator opinions. I don't know. What do you guys think? You like the Gladiator? You think it's weird? Okay, I'll say this. The stock Gladiator looks gross to me. It's a freaking limo. I mean, of course I'm in a TJ, which is like the tiniest wheelbase, but like a stock Gladiator looks funky to me. The wheel size is itty bitty compared to the like entire, Jeep. I will say if you put like 37s on it, it looks sick. I don't know though. I personally, I don't think I would want one, to be honest. I don't think I would want a Gladiator. Like, it's just too much truck, man. Like, be a truck or be a Jeep. Don't be both. You like the Gladiator? Yeah, I think again, it's cool. I just think it's weird stock, and you got to sink a crap ton of money in it to make it look kind of cool. And I think the proportions are off. What would be really cool is a 2-door Gladiator. And I've seen some like concepts. I don't know if those are real or what, but dude, those are sweet. Or the concept anyway is sweet. Hello from Pacific Northwest. Hello, Gary. Does that mounted air compressor drain your battery while not being used? No, it does not. I guess that's the answer. It does not drain it at all. I don't have like a switch on my dash to turn it on. I just pop the hood. I'm going to have to pop the hood anyway to put the fitting in the air compressor anyway. So while I'm there, I just flip the switch and it works. I will say, if you do what I did in my video of the air compressor, I keep my Jeep on while I'm using the air compressor. So I'm running the alternator and stuff. You know, I don't want to drain the battery, because if I use my compressor without the Jeep being on, I don't know if I'm going to still have 12 volts in the battery to crank over the Jeep anyway. So that could be bad. Watching all the way from Gunsan, South Korea. Wow, that's awesome. Thank you. I was actually in South Korea. Let's see. I was in Seoul, and I can't remember. About a year ago. South Korea is really cool. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it, man. All things overlanding. You're camping in your garage. Yes. Is it weird? Yes. Do I care? Nah, it'll work. The reason I'm camping in my garage, if you guys didn't know, the weather's going to be kind of weird tonight, and my wife and I are doing some stuff tomorrow in the morning, so I wanted to meet halfway and at least camp. So I am actually going to be sleeping up there. The reason that all this happened is because I bought this really nice new mummy bag, and I want to try the sleeping bag up in there and see how it works. So, and then I set all this crap up and did all this. What's up, Daniel? Good to see you, man. Have you been to Chad's store yet? No, man, I really want to, though. Chad is also live. Whoa, Chad's competing with me. What's going on, dude? Come on, dog. Don't go watch Chad's stuff. I'm cooler. This is the comment of comments for the stream. Chili rocks. Chili is good. What's up, Peyton? Drink more beer. I'm working on it, dude. I'm working on it. I know you're a local, Peyton. We definitely need to hang out. I know we've said that on Instagram a few times, but I suck at follow-up, and I'm sorry. But, yeah, I'm definitely down if you want to hang. I would honestly buy your Jeep in the store. And store is safe and heated garage. Beer is what brought me here. That's what I'm talking about. My family's growing, looking really hard at the 4Runner. Ooh. Nathan, are you wanting to buy a new 4Runner? What are your thoughts on it? Like a used one? What, 5th gen? I would actually love a 4Runner, man, but those are so expensive. So expensive. All things overlanding. Drinking several beers right now. That's what I'm talking about. That's all you can do at this time, right? You can't go to a bar or anything. That's why I'm so bored, guys. I'm just out here in my garage, urban camping. Yeah. Cracking a bush. This is some like weird local beer. It kind of looks. I'm not into the design, but it's pretty good. You agree on the Gladiator, Jeff? Cool. Where are you located? I will not be specific, but I will tell you. I'm in Arkansas. I'm in the northwest corner of Arkansas. Ooh, Comanches are cool. Yeah, Comanches are dope. Do Natter Days count as beer? Ooh. I don't know. Do you like water? I don't know, dog. TJ Overland X. Yeah, talking about the 2-door Gladiator. Yeah, like the old Comanche. Arcadia, Florida. Hello. You guys hear that? It's a car alarm going off. How urban am I? You're killing my vibe. am I going to attend the Rendezvous of the Ozarks this year? Always, forever and always. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. If you guys, I know you guys wanted to do a meetup or whatever. I will say every single year I will be attending the Rendezvous of the Ozarks. And that is in late October. If you're on Facebook, you can type in Natural State Overland, and they have a Rendezvous of the Ozarks event every year. It's a multi-day camping expo overland thing, and I'll definitely be at that every year. So if you want to meet me or hang out, like, go on Facebook and check that out. Also, if you guys have any questions about my rig, like, please fire them off, and I can walk over there and we can check it out. I'll bring a flashlight or something. If you want to know anything about the old TJ, hour south of Little Rock, cool. Take on the new Bronco. I've only seen like 1 or 2 pictures. I think it's pretty cool. And I'm honestly not a Ford guy. More of a Chevy guy if I had to pick over the two. Where's the missus? I'll try to get her out here. I just did your DIY on rear bumper setup and love it so far. Sweet, Lance. What are you talking about? Which one was that? Was that the cargo rack? Car alarm, yeah. Sweet. I appreciate that, Daniel. The collab time. Oh, my wife said she's currently supporting from afar and watching Netflix. That is mean. You guys need to tell her she needs to walk 4 feet outside and come hang out. Let's discuss how immaculate his shop is. Well, let me tell you something. This is just a garage, dude. I appreciate that though. This is my house. This is my garage. I basically use this whole side for working, and we got the Subaru there. But yeah, I just put this pegboard up, and it's super helpful. Ooh, finally made it down to the end of the comments. Cool. What else you guys got? Any like burning questions or anything about the Jeep? Anything about your build? What are you planning? What's your favorite part about overlanding? What's your next mod? Let me know. I would love to go to Expo West, man. Oh, that'd be sweet. While you guys are adding some comments, I'm going to eat some chili. What you got? Oh my gosh. Okay, I get this question probably once a day at least. And that is, where do you get the stickers on your soft top? Well, let me tell you. So I think you're referring to these. So everybody asked me about these stickers. Where did I get them? So I made them. I'm a graphic designer. So I have like a lot of the programs necessary to do this kind of stuff. So these are basically some of the brands that I have on my vehicle. I do not have anything from AAV, but I just love AAV so much. It's the coolest off-road brand I think ever. But just wanted to support them and do that. But so I made these on the computer, and basically I just sized them up, and I took the file to a local print company, and I told them I just wanted like a dark gray color, and I put these on myself, and they were just printed in a big strip, and just put it on there and peeled it off. So yeah, I think that makes me look super pro and legit, and it adds several horsepower. Show us your tent setup. I would love to. I would love to. Man, let me find a light real quick. I'm gonna try to find a light so I can show you guys the tent a little bit better. Bear with me. Bring this over here. Let me set up the light. Yeah. Oh, you can help me. Yeah, come on. All right, my wife has volunteered herself to help me. Come on. Here's the missus. So we're going to set up this light real quick onto the Jeep, and we can look at the tent setup. And my lovely wife is going to help me out. Here you go. Thank you. You just want to like put it on the ground. You can point it up there or something. All right. All right.
Is it on the bottom?
Yeah. Just somewhere, I don't know, whatever lights it up the most. Huh?
Are you in the tent?
Not right now, but you can put it like right here maybe and
Oh.
just flick the back. Is it gonna do anything? Ooh, tent setup. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right, there's the setup. Wow, it looks amazing. All right, let me. Okay. You want to say hi?
No, I'm okay.
Come say hi.
I'm okay.
Just come say hi. This is weird for me too.
Hi. There you go.
There you go. That's my wife. That's right, Chad. She's very hesitant, but she did it. So, Chad, I got word that you were on live. What's up with that, dude? You trying to steal my airtime? What's going on, man? Totally kidding. Maybe a little bit. All right. So I'll show you the tent in just a minute. Maybe you can just visually like this right now while I go through some of these. Do I have lockers? No, I don't. Do I plan on lockers? No, I don't. Another hot take. These are stock axles, and they are the Dana 30 and 35. Those are the weakest axles, honestly. Like they're not Dana 44s or anything. I do have them re-geared. They're I'm running 456 Yukon gears, which help tremendously. But I do not want to put a locker in the Dana 30 or 35 because that's a recipe for just snapping a shaft. I don't want to snap an actual shaft. And I honestly, dude, I don't wheel that hard to wheel spin and break stuff. So yeah, I'm not running lockers, and I don't plan to. Have I been in situations where I needed them? Of course I have, but I've gotten out just fine. So Lance says he's thinking of on 33s 410 gearing would be nice. Yeah, I mean, are you in a manual or an automatic? I'm in a standard, running 456s on 35s. Sometimes I wish I went to 488s. There's Kona. There he is. Sometimes I wish I went to 488s. Fifth gear doesn't really cooperate very well on the highway with 456s and 35s with the manual transmission, but I get away just fine with it. Oh, you did your rack over the spare tire. Super cool. Super cool. Yeah, that was one of my first mods when I got this, was putting that cargo rack. Oh yeah, you guys probably can see I don't have the cargo rack anymore. It's in the attic. I just wanted to kind of cut down. I think I was getting a little crazy on just throwing mods on the Jeep, and I really wasn't using the basket that much, so I took that off, and I'm just running. Where is this? Just running the Trasharoo and the traction boards. Overlanding with mud and sand. Any tips for suspension and tires? If you're in the mud and sand, just air down, man. Like air down for sure in the sand. We don't have a lot of sand where I live, but if you air down far enough, just be careful not popping a bead. You know, if you need bead locks, you're going that low. Like I don't know. I don't really have many tips other than just to air down. Do I smoke dope? I do not smoke dope. I don't know why that's in here. No, I've actually never done any drugs before in my life, and I don't plan on it. Is there anyone you are currently trying to collab with? Yes. Well, in my dreams, collab with. If you guys, does anybody put a thumbs up or something in there if you follow Trail Recon? I know that's a massive overland channel, but if you do and you follow Trail Recon, you've seen that they just bought a TJ. I'm really stoked to see what happens with their TJ build. I did message on their comment, or I did leave a comment on one of their videos when they got the TJ. I was like, hey man, like check out my channel. I kind of fangirled a little bit, and then they followed me on Instagram, which was super cool. Yeah, I got a lot of thumbs up. What was I saying? Yeah, Trail Recon is really cool channel. I would love to collaborate with them. I think that would be a massive step for the channel. Am I realistically hopeful? Not really. I don't think that'll happen. But I will say, does anyone follow Kyle STV? It's a YouTube channel that he has a TJ on there. Probably one of the cleanest, like lowest miles TJ I've ever seen. I would like to collab with him. I've messaged him a few times. Yeah, I got a few thumbs up there. Primal Outdoors channel. That's another really cool channel. I like that guy a lot. He's really cool. Peyton, you got me on stickers, dude. Oh, you make all the Progressive Trail Design stickers. Right on. Very cool. Very cool. Let's see. Hardtop for my Jeep. No. Here, I'll say this. If I didn't have the soft top and the roof rack, would I get a hardtop? Maybe. I like hardtops. However, if you are just tuning in, maybe you didn't hear this earlier, but my Jeep doesn't have AC. It didn't come with it from the factory, so having a soft top is like, I gotta have a soft top just to live commuting in the summer. But yeah, I think hardtops just look cool. And honestly, if you see this little dip in the fastback, angle or whatever, you really do lose a little bit of space. If you had a hardtop, you get that extra, like, wow, that's pretty good. You get that extra bubble of space there. Let's see. Player 2 is entered. That's funny. Wow, guys, I'm like behind. Is there a lag? Is there a lag? Does your TJ have the speaker in the middle console? It does have the little subwoofers that we're talking about in the center console. It does. It's not hooked up. The previous owner like slashed the wires or whatever. So they don't have that. It doesn't have that. Chili break. Oh my gosh, that's big. Chad says hi, Kona. See his little head right there. Huh. Tire size. Is this like a thing that we do? Like, I feel like I get asked my tire size and lift size more than my name. Sorry, I didn't mean to disrespect you on that. I'm running 35-inch tires with a 15-inch rim. Oh, cool. Kyle doesn't live far from you, Lance. That's cool. He's got such a clean Jeep, man. I think when he bought it, it had like 14,000 miles on the TJ or something. That's crazy. That's enough plugging the channels. That's funny. All right, I won't talk about other channels. Sorry. Oh, there's a lag. Sorry. If I had to guess, how much money do I think I'd put into my Jeep? Okay, here's the thing. If I had to guess how much money I'd put in my Jeep, I'm not going to guess because my wife is watching this, and I would be in some deep trouble. Let's just say more than less. How about that? My wife said smart. Good. Yeah. Yeah, I'd be in some deep trouble. I'm going to make a trip to the Rubicon. Probably not. Not in this. It's not the best highway setup. Like I said earlier, like, you know, I'll drive a couple hours and be fine, but I don't want to drive multiple hours and then wheel multiple hours. Like, I don't know. It's really tall. You know, it's got big tires. Like, it is geared right, but I don't know. I'd love to. Maybe if I got trailered there. But again, I'm on stock axles, so probably break stuff. I am a smart man. That's right. Peanut butter or WD-40? Oh, I've seen this. Yeah. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, people put if you have faded fender flares on your TJ, you can put peanut butter on them, or I use WD-40 just because I'm not weird and I don't use peanut butter. But yeah, supposedly the oils and peanut butter like brings out the fading or restores the paint back to its, puts more oils into the fender. But I use WD-40 and it lasts about a week, and then I just spray it on a rag again and just wipe it. It doesn't take long. Yeah. Oh, Nathan, dude, how is my water spray thing working? I'm so bummed to tell you it's not. Let me show you an update to the water thing. So if you guys have seen right here, you guys have seen my DIY water sprayer. Whoops. So if you guys have seen this, I used this for a while. Gosh, I used this for a while, and it worked really well when I had it, and it was working properly. I made the mistake. I pumped this way harder than I should have. I can't even remember how many pumps I did, but you want to do like 20 or so, 30 maybe. I think I did like 50 or 60. And I built up so much pressure in this that I blew the bottom out. So I don't know if that's like, man, I don't know. I don't know if that's user error or just a crappy product. Maybe a little bit of both. So I will admit that you can see it right there. The sprayer system did eventually bust because I just pumped it up too hard. But the good thing is I could do this whole project again for like, I don't know, what was it, like $50 or so. So yeah, Nathan, good question, man. I screwed that up. We got to catch her. There she is. All right. Heat gun for trim. Ooh, do not do the heat gun. I believe you're referring again to the fenders. Do not use a heat gun on that to bring it out. I know that it'll do it temporarily, but that is not good for the oils in the plastic. It will look good temporarily, but then it'll just, when it resets back, it eventually won't have enough oils to draw out. So it's no good. Don't use a heat gun. Brayden, you rewatch my videos? That's freaking cool. Sometimes I do that just to relive my memories. I'll just rewatch some videos. There we go again. What lift, tire, and spacer setup you have? Love the stance. So I have to admit, I actually don't know what my lift is. The previous owner put the lift on, and he painted the shocks and like color matched the shocks, and I cannot find a brand on there to save my life. I do not know like the size of the lift that was put on. I do know there's a 1-inch body lift from Energy Suspensions. That's the red spacer right there, the 1-inch body lift. And that 1-inch body lift allowed me to put that really sweet skid plate on. I think it's like a total lift of like 4 inches, 4.5 inches maybe. Not really sure. So like, let's call it 3.5 inches or 3 inches with the suspension and 1 for the body lift. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I do not have any spacers though. I know they stick out pretty good. That's just my rim offset. You can see, you can see how deep those are. So that pushes the wheel out, a good ways. And dude, it does. The stance is freaking mean on it. Let's see if we can check it out. So that's about as far as it pokes out. I will say, man, it looks incredible, but it absolutely spits mud everywhere because that fender isn't protecting it, and the side of my Jeep will just become like I can't even see. Like it's I can't even see out the windows. It's just totally black. I mean brown because of the dirt. Are you a ham operator? No. I would like to be, but I'm just not. I haven't done the training or test or whatever. You see my onboard water 30 times. That's funny. Cool. All right, so I've seen through this chat, like several people have done some of my DIY mods. Man, that's awesome. I appreciate that. Like I said, in one of my videos, I started this channel by accident, and one of the really early videos I did was like just DIY mods, and I couldn't afford anything, and I just made stuff work. I just bought stuff at like Harbor Freight and clamped stuff on and just made it all work. Yeah, I mean, I like DIY stuff. I'm glad you guys like it too. If you guys have done any DIY stuff that you think would be cool on my Jeep, let me know in the comments. I'd like to know that. Favorite mod on the TJ? Ooh. Favorite mod on the TJ? Man, how about like top 3? Gosh, that's hard. I would say probably just, man, that's so hard. I think the gears are in the top 3. Getting re-geared is easily the top 3 best mods I've done. Gears, the tent, and probably just tires. Like, if I had all 3 of those things, I wouldn't really complain. I don't need a bumper, right? Like, give me gears, tires, and tent. I'll be good. Oh, I gotta have the roof rack though, right? Crap. Whatever. Nice. So hey, Roger, you said you sanded the fenders and painted them with truck bed liner. I actually did the exact same thing. I'll show you my fenders. So I oh man, this light blows. Well, that's because it's night, Grant. So you guys probably can't see that, but I did the same thing. I took the fenders off and sanded them really well, and painted them with like truck bed liner you get at Walmart. It's pretty good. Honestly, I think the best thing to do is just maybe take them off like every year and just hit them again with another coat of paint, and I think they'll continue to look good. 4 inches of lift is 1 inch body lift. Is that what you think I have? I don't know. So I see a comment about rubbing the control arms. So when I turn left, I have a super slight rub on one of the control arms. See if I can actually. So right where I'm pointing, right about there, I have a tiny rub right there when I'm full lock, but I don't have any rub anywhere else. Best bumpers in my opinion. Oh man, best bumpers easily are ARB bumpers to me. They're an Australian company. Hopefully you guys know of ARB. I would love an ARB bumper. I don't think they're as popular for like Jeeps. I think they're more like Toyota, better for Toyotas and stuff. But I think they make some of the best products. I will say I think ARB and AEV are the two best like off-road companies out there. Like, oh my gosh, those products are incredible. My dream would be to own an AEV build of some sort. Favorite tent? Favorite tent easily is the GFC, the Go Fast Camper. And Chad from Overland Addict just today, I think, got a shipment of GFC camper tents, and man, those are so sweet. They're aluminum, and when you fold the tent, they are literally like, I don't know, 6 or 7 inches wide. They look amazing, and I would absolutely love to have one. Would I go to 37s? What's soft top? Rampage, bowless, frameless soft top, something like that. Yeah. Would I go to 37s? I would not go to 37s, especially with my stock Dana 30 and 35. Absolutely not. Yeah, that I would just be terrible. Plus, I re-geared just so I could run 35s. So cool. Later, Dark Owl. Planning on getting your entire Jeep sprayed with bed liner. Nice. Nice. Best bumpers are Savvies. I've never seen Savvies. Interesting. Never even heard of that. Cool. Thanks, TJ Overland. Appreciate it, man. I wish I had a hardtop. And the GFC campers are 6 inches tall. Awesome. Do I wish I had a hardtop? No. I don't think so. I'd like to have one so I could sell it and get freaking $1,500 like they're going for now. How are your lower control arm bolts? My TJ right side is recently wallered out from off-roading. Ooh, good question. That's the right rear. Oh, the right rear. Okay. So my front control arms recently, I actually replaced them. Let me go see if I can show you. So, all right, you guys see some of that action there. So these control arms are about, let's see, 2 months old maybe. What had happened was my bushings in the control arms right here, I could literally do this and just it would just, the bushing was completely gone. And since I didn't put these on, I had no idea what brand they were. They were painted. I literally it was a headache to just find a replacement. So I took it off and did some measurements and found one from Rough Country and threw it on there. Not a Rough Country fan, but it worked and it fit the budget pretty well. Also, if you can see right here, you can't see that. Right there is where I was rubbing just a little bit there. But yeah, couldn't find new bushings for the control arms, so yeah, just bought a new control arm. Totally agree, man. AEV does not give love to the TJs anymore. I've watched ARB's video on YouTube of the TJ. They have like this thing where they outfit an entire TJ with ARB products, and I've watched that video like 10 times. It's so cool. That's like a dream setup. Do I have a stock battery? No. I think I've replaced that battery like twice. Don't want to talk about the battery. So many issues with that thing. But yeah. The battery I do have is like an extreme duty. It's not an Optimum or anything. Optima. It's just kind of one I got off from a local parts store. But it's pretty strong. Wanting to get a new CB. Yeah. Honestly, let's talk about communications for a second. Do you guys, what do you guys use on the trail for communications? It's interesting to me that by location, people run different stuff. Like, I know where I live, a lot of people don't run CBs anymore. They run GMRS. And some people run ham as well, but most people, I would say, run GMRS. And I used my walkie-talkies for that. The FRS worked with the walkie-talkies. But I got those stolen out of my Jeep 3 nights ago. Yeah, for joining late, my Jeep got broken into. When was it? Yeah, like a week or so ago. So they stole my freaking handhelds, and that really made me mad. So now all I have is a CB, and I need to figure out something for the trails because a lot of guys I run with don't use CB. Let's see. Is this my daily driver? Yes, it is my daily driver. My work is about 7 miles away, so I'm not really putting many miles on it daily, so not a big deal. Ham radio, cool. Yeah, so it looks like, I guess I've seen on YouTube, a lot of people on the West Coast have ham. This is something I've noticed. And then like, the older dudes, they tend to keep running CBs. So. Yeah, it sucks getting broken into, dude. Honestly, it was my fault. Like, I left the doors unlocked, and there was security footage from like a few neighbors that captured a couple guys at night at like 3 or 4 in the morning. They had a backpack on, and they were literally going to cars and checking doors and just grabbing what they could. And they got into my Jeep. They took my radios, and they took a little bit of money I had in the center console. They opened up all my gear pouches. Didn't take anything. They didn't take a sticker. Dang it. And they messed with my ARB tire deflator, and I guess they thought it wasn't cool, so they left it in there. But yeah, I don't know, man. GMRS or ham? Yeah. If other guys have it, yep. Yeah, I think GMRS or ham are the best. I think CB is just kind of gone, honestly, and you don't get good range at all with CB anymore. Well, maybe you didn't in the first place. You have the same CB, cool. What you drinking? I'm drinking a alcoholic beverage. It's just a local beer we have from New Province. Kind of weird design, but it's pretty good. This is my my beer fridge right there, full of brewskis. What do you guys think? Do you want to go in the tent? Might be kind of crappy. Hopefully you can still get legit calls on the radios. Call signs on the radios. Yeah. Do I run beadlocks? Do not run beadlocks. Do not run beadlocks. These are ion alloy. I think that's what it's called. Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, put an alarm. Man, it's funny you mentioned put an alarm on it. As soon as I realized my truck was broken into, I went and loaded up my pistol and like put it by the nightstand I was looking on security, looking at buying security cameras and stuff. Man, I was so mad. But lesson learned. Thanks, man. Thanks for the garage comment. What's the next vehicle after a Jeep? Ooh. If you're tuning in now, I talked a little bit about this, about next vehicle, but honestly, I think I'm going to go with a different platform. I know that's going to be a massive shock to you guys, but I've had a Jeep and I've touched every part of this Jeep, and I just want to try something else. Toyotas are freaking beast overland rigs. I will say, I think Jeeps are much more off-road capable, having a solid axle and stuff. But I don't know. I did have an International Scout before this. I had a 77 Scout, and dude, that thing was sick. I couldn't really. I had to baby it. It was old. I couldn't really like test it hard off road. But I wish I still had it. My dad I sold it to my dad, and he drives that Scout every day as his daily. So it's pretty cool to keep it in the family. Do you have a 3-inch lift with 1-inch spacer? I think it's actually TJ Overland X. I think said I have a 4-inch lift with a 1-inch spacer, but I'm not totally sure. I don't know. Join the taco crew. Yeah, man. Who knows? Wow, you've done most of my mods on your TJ. That's freaking awesome. That's very cool. No, I haven't gotten my Papa on the trail. Gladiator. Yeah, I talked about the Gladiator earlier. I'm not a fan of Gladiator, man. Like, I know that's a soft spot too. I just think they're too long. If you outfit them right and put big old tires on them, I think they're sweet. I don't know, man. I think they look awkward, especially stock. They're so long. My philosophy is like, be a Jeep or be a truck. Don't try both. I don't know. The two-door Gladiator would be dope. I would love a two-door Gladiator. That just looks proportionally more correct to me. But what do I know? Yeah, I agree, Braden. Talking about you've always wanted to get a truck for overlanding or off-roading, but don't want to lose the wheelbase. I agree. I've been in situations though where I've been wheeling with my buddy Harry, and he has a newer Tacoma, and he definitely, he can do not more things than I can do, but his wheelbase is longer, and so he can just hit obstacles different than I can. But yeah, I definitely have flex over the Tacoma, and it's much more capable, I think. Thanks for the pics. Yeah, if you guys want to send me pics on my Instagram, I'd like to see your builds. That'd be cool. What happened to the tire carrier rack? It's in my attic. It was just kind of getting crazy, and I just wanted to take it off. I don't know. I like to change up the look. He's referring to this cargo rack that I made in the earlier video. Yeah, I just want to take it off. Just change it up. I don't hate it. It didn't break or anything. Just tuning in. Hello, Vito. Awesome, man. I'm glad you have a TJ. That's cool. Doing an overland budget build. Very awesome. Do I find myself needing a locker? I do not have a locker, and I don't ever find myself needing one. I'm a little bit more conservative off-road. I don't allow myself to get a lot of wheel spin if I'm stuck. I'm really conscious, when I'm close to that point of like breaking an axle shaft or something. Yeah, I don't use the skinny pedal, very much. I usually crawl over stuff. that the last video I posted with the traction mats, I went got a little bit more than I bargained for there and had to use a little bit of throttle, but I'm not really that rough on it. I don't think I really need a locker, to be honest. Subaru Overland, yeah. If you guys want to see my wife's car, I'll show you. This is our Subaru Crosstrek, 2018 Crosstrek. It's pretty sweet. We got some Method wheels on there, and I painted them bronze. Me and my wife painted these. We plasti dipped them. Yeah, pretty cool. And we're running some KO2 tires on there. It does not have a lift. I don't think. Got some mud flaps and stuff. The tire size is stock on this Subaru. The wheels are just smaller. I believe they're 17s, and they came with 18s, so you get a little bit more beefy tires there. But yeah, the Subaru is sweet. We love the Subaru. Cool. Thanks, Roger. Appreciate it, man. Any new Jeeps coming anytime? Talking about Jeep videos. Let's see here. Yeah, I like the jerry cans on the cargo rack too. Honestly, I never really filled them up. I didn't go that far to need 10 extra gallons of gas. So it was definitely just a flex move of looking cool. I didn't really need them. Would I ever consider getting a CJ or a YJ? I would consider getting a CJ over a YJ. I would say that. I really don't like the square headlights. Just not into those. I think the CJs are cool though. If I had to replace my heater core, mine went out at 115,000. Nope. I've not. LTX Adventures, these are not 33s, these are 35s. And yes, I am re-geared to Yukon 456s. I'd love to find my phone. Where did I put that? Found it. All right, you guys want to talk about gear setup? Like overland gear stuff, not actual gear stuff. That'd be a fun thing to go over. XJ build. Yeah, I think XJs are cool. I just think they're so common. Like, I don't know. I'm more into stuff that's a little bit more OG. Peyton asked, what do I do for undercoating and keeping the rust away? Man, when I bought this Jeep, it had some rust, not going to lie, and it was covered up by the previous owner. I found that out the hard way and had to replace a big section of the frame. So that was no good, but it's good now. I have a coating of Pour 15 on my frame. That's called paint over rust. So I did that to the bottom. It's okay. I don't know if I applied it super well. Some of it's kind of peeling. It's good stuff. It lasted for a little over a year, like looking perfect. So it's just kind of coming off a little bit. Let me wheel you over here in the light. All right. Well, that doesn't work. You can see my food. That's a good question. Favorite Arkansas trail. Probably one of my favorite is obviously in the Ozark National Forest. That's just where I go all the time. And it's called, shoot, I don't even know the freaking name. Mulberry Loop or, dadgummit, I can't remember. I'm sorry. One of them. Ozark National Forest is the answer. As someone, so Vito is asking, as someone that overlands with their 50-pound dog, I know you have a pup as well. Do you overland with yours? How do you get yours in the tent? Oh my gosh! So if you guys are in for a laugh and you haven't seen the very first video I ever posted, make sure you go and watch that very first video I posted. That was a complete disaster, not only with our camping trip but with our dog. Man, he just had the worst time. He was bouncing around in the back of that thing. He threw up, he pooped multiple times. It was awful, man. The rain did not let up. It was bad. So if you want to laugh at that, you can go ahead and watch that very first video. How do I? Oh yeah, I did camp with my wife and my dog in the tent, and it was pretty hilarious getting Kona up this ladder. I basically had to have my wife get in the top, and I was in the bottom carrying my dog, and we just like hoisted him up there, and he was terrified, but he slept up there with us. Shane, that's funny. CJ's ride like a prairie wagon. Dude, yeah. Yeah, those things have the shortest wheelbase, especially the CJ5s, and they just get bucked around like crazy. FJ Cruisers are cool, yeah. Building a Scout 800. Oh, that's sweet, Matt. Man, I've never wheeled with a Scout. I owned a Scout. I had a 77 Scout 2 right before this. That was my daily driver in college for like 3 or 4 years. Sold it to my dad. But yeah, Scout 800 is sweet. New fenders, probably not. I like these. I wish they had more coverage, but I don't really care that much. Regina's asking, or that's not right. Oh, there we go. Reginald said, any more day of exploring vids? I don't know. I haven't thought about it. You guys like those? I thought they were pretty fun to shoot. Kind of that raw, like exploring. That was fun. T-shirts, I saw on the channel. Yeah, man. Like, I've been exploring that. So a lot of people have been asking for patches. I've been selling quite a few stickers. Yeah, I have a lot going on with work right now, and I'm doing some side projects, and I literally don't have time. And I'm making videos and shooting videos and editing them, and it's so much hard work just to, do all that. But I really do plan to have a store one day. I want to have, maybe that's sooner than later. Maybe I'd start doing that in the summer, but I love to have shirts, hats, and patches. I already have stickers, but I'd love to do those. So yeah, tune in and maybe I'll do those soon. Peyton asked, what do I do for a living? I am a product designer. So I do a lot of web and app focused design. That's the technical term is UI and UX design. So I do I'll design how an app works, what it looks like. I'll talk to the client about what they want. I work in an agency where we just build cool apps all day. And then I grew up doing graphic design. That's what my degree is in. So I design all of my own, logos, and I do freelance logos, do a lot of branding, stuff like that. Isaac is asking, mud or rocks? Definitely rocks, all the way. Don't call me a pansy, but I don't like mud. I just don't like mud, man. I don't mind it. I don't like mud. I do not have any planned trips outside of Arkansas. My wife and I do want to actually take the Subaru and do a trip around Moab, like the Grand Canyon, do a little circle out there. That'd be really cool. My wife and I did just get back a maybe like 3 or 4 weeks ago from Yosemite. We went to Yosemite and skied and rented a Jeep. We rented like a 2019 four-door and went to Yosemite, and it was pretty cool. But no plans outside of Arkansas yet. You'd like a pen with my logo? Yeah, I'd like to run a hard top, but I have a soft top and I have this custom made roof rack, and I would have to figure out a whole rack system to run the tent. So I don't plan on doing that. Favorite TJ upgrade would be gears, the 35-inch tires, and my tent, but also the roof rack to the tent. I'm not ex-military. Nope. In a previous life, I would actually enjoy going to the military. I tell my wife that sometimes, but I'm not. Let's see. For graphic design, what program do you use? For graphic design, I use the Adobe Creative Suite. So that's like Adobe Illustrator, Photoshop. I'm mainly an illustrator. And then for my day job, I use a program called Sketch and Figma. And those are the apps that I use to design apps. That's what I use. Thoughts on lunchbox lockers for the front of your TJ? Honestly, dude, I've heard of them. You know, they've been around, but I don't want to give you any opinions I don't have, and I just don't have any. Just want to be honest. I don't have any lockers. Don't plan on running any. So, hey Brett, how's it going, man? Thanks for joining from Louisiana. I do not know what the TAT in Arkansas is, if you're asking. Yeah, I love the custom rack, Brandon. Thing's sweet. Yeah, Jack, I would like to make. I mentioned a minute ago, I'd love to make a store and offer some more cool merch to you guys. I know I have stickers right now. By the way, if you do want a sticker, let me know. I can mail those to you. They're like $3, and I'll mail you one. I have 2 different designs. So yeah, I want to make patches, hats, and t-shirts. Maybe this summer I'll try to get into that. Awesome. Thanks, Wes. That's cool, man. If I could pick any trail in the U.S., what would I choose? Oh, Trans-American Trail. Gotcha, Brett. Thanks, man. I have not done that. If I could pick any trail ride to do in the U.S., maybe Black Bear Pass or the Rubicon. Just, that's like a bucket list thing. Favorite Overland YouTube channel? Probably Trail Recon, probably. Yeah. Let's see. Well, while I got kind of all this gear out, for the most part, I have some gear here. Down in there are a lot of special camping goodies that I have in there. Of course, I have like the tent out. I can open the back and show you guys the rear cargo setup. I can show you the inside of the Jeep. Like anything you guys want to see, let me know, and I will bring the laptop over and we'll check out some stuff. Also curious if you guys have any like DIY mods you've done yourself. Put those in the channel. I'd like to get inspiration and see what's out there. Ooh, Nathan, that's awesome, dude. 5-day camping trip. Man, my dream is to do like, a week, 2-week camping trip. That'd be awesome. Mark is asking what cases do I have. I'm actually going to make a video about this. So let me see if I can do this in a semi-decent fashion here. So these, hopefully you guys can see this. These are the cases that I run. I got these at Home Depot. I believe they're a Home Depot brand. These are by far the coolest cases, and they are readily available and they're cheap. So I use these for my camping stuff. These are, mainly like job site kind of stuff. Like they put your tools and drills and everything. These are cool because they're pretty much weather tight. They have a seal on them. You can check out all that awesomeness in there. So I have like cubbies for everything. Like this is my coffee making stuff. Pots and pans, a stove. I got like toothbrushes here, toiletries. This is like my pan scrubber. All kinds of soap here, charger, a Yeti thing, an AeroPress. So I got that in there. And this is cool. This orange thing is like a weather tight seal. These cases are really cheap. Where'd my phone go? There it is. These cases, I think this is like $30, the small one, and this is $40, something like that. Not really bad. Let's see. So a cool thing about these also is they lock on each other. So you can do this thing here, and then now they're locked. So that's pretty cool. Then while I'm here, I'll show you this one. So this one's cool. It's got a little shelf in it. You can just take it out, just like a tool chest, and I have like cast iron skillet, all kinds of crap in there. But these are awesome, really cheap, waterproof, I believe so, and yeah, I like them a lot. And they're at Home Depot if you didn't catch that. Any other gear, anything? Favorite handgun? Probably a Glock. Yeah, probably a Glock. They're just cool. Let's see. More beer. Ah, you're so right. How often do I go camping? Let me polish this beer off first. Okay. New beer. So I go camping. It depends. I do not like camping in the summer. I camp in the fall and the winter and a little bit in the spring. So right now I'm not camping as much. I don't know. It depends on like how much I camp depends on how busy I am with work, how busy I am with other side projects. Yeah, I don't know. If I had to boil it down, I don't know, once, maybe twice a month. That's probably estimating kind of high, but wish I could go way more. So I got this new sleeping bag. Really stoked. This is going to be for the rooftop tent. I have a pillow in here that fits inside the sleeping bag. And then this is how big it stuffs into. But yeah, here's a new sleeping bag. I'm going to use this tonight. Pretty excited. Yeah, Brandon, those cases are awesome, man. I recommend them for sure. I still never opened my beer. Do I run a fridge? No, but I would love to run a fridge. And here's the thing. So if you've seen my video on this power supply right here, come on. you seen the video on that thing? This is how I would run a fridge if I had a fridge. I would absolutely love that thing, man. I would love to run a fridge. I like the Dometics. Those seem to be like the best in the business. Yeah, so what this thing is a 500 watt Suoki power bank, and this thing is amazing. You literally can run a fridge off of this. This is 500 watts, and I could technically run my fridge for like 30 something hours, and then just off of this, and then I can recharge this by simply, there's a cable I can put into my cigarette lighter in my front of the Jeep, and that battery can charge this battery. So I could run a fridge and get away with not really having a dual battery setup, which would be sweet. I just don't have the budget to buy a fridge. I would love to. Just don't. And honestly, like, I'm running out of space in the back of that anyway. So what's the longest trip I've taken? In the Jeep, probably like 4 nights. 3-4 nights. Can't remember. Good question, Zach. So I talked about this a little earlier, and I'll make it kind of short for the people that have been on a while. But if I had to get rid of the TJ, I would probably get a second gen Tacoma. I would probably get a 2015 TRD Off-Road Tacoma. Yeah, enough said about that. I just think they're awesome. I've never had a real truck. I wanted to see what that's like overlanding. I've never had any vehicle with a CV axle. All my vehicles have been solid axles. So curious on how that, what that performs like off-road. Never done that. What is my EDC setup? Not a lot. I usually run. So I was actually a knife designer before I was a graphic designer. Excuse me. I was a graphic designer who did knife designs. I did a few knife designs and was really into knives for a long time. And Kershaw's were some of my favorite knives. I had a Gerber knife that I used every day, and that was really cool. So yeah, Mark, hopefully you got this. This is the power bank I use when I'm camping. The Suoki 500 watt. MPG, I get, with the tent and everything, I get 13 miles a gallon. I actually get like 12, about 12 on the highway, and I feel like I get like 13 in town, which is weird, and I think that's just because of the wind resistance with the tent. Yeah, Jeep mods are addicting. It's bad. Ask my wife. It's no good. The camera I'm using my work laptop. So thanks, work. I'm using my work laptop for the stream, and then just checking out comments here. Jack, I'm reading your comment about the Tacoma 2nd gen. Yeah, I agree, man. They're expensive. 1st gens are great too. I have a few buddies that have 1st gens, and they just run forever. I watched a video recently of a Tacoma 1st gen that had 500,000 miles on it. It's crazy cool. Whoa, different beer, different flavor. Yeah, 2nd gen 4Runners with the V8 are pretty cool. I like the 3rd gen 4Runners too. I hate I don't hate. I dislike the 4th gen 4Runners. I think the body style is kind of weird. The 5th gen 4Runners are just sweet, but I'm not made of money, and I cannot afford a 5th gen 4Runner. Those are insanely expensive. That's funny. Jeep and survival. If you're calculating MPG on a 4.0 TJ, you're doing it wrong. Oh my gosh, you're telling me. I've done like so many calculations on my MPG, and there's like changing your speedometer gear, making that correct, and then evaluating your gear setup with your tire size. There's like all these factors that play into like sort of getting a rough estimate of your MPG. I've done it so many times, but I really do think now it's sort of dialed at 13 or so. But what beers am I drinking? I finished a New Province. This is a local brewery in my town. There's their logo there. And this is another New Province called the Commoner. Pretty good. Big craft beer guy. Yeah, third gen tacos are sweet. My best friend Harry, he lives literally right there, and he's the guy that has been in a few of my recent videos. He has the red Tacoma, the third gen. That thing's sick, man. It is so capable. The crawl control feature on that thing, like when you get stuck. When we were making that traction board video, it was hard to get his Tacoma stuck. We really had to like work at it to get it stuck because the ABS and stuff, like it literally works itself to get out of those situations. It's pretty cool. Favorite food and booze to take on your trips? Oh man, best food by far is just a steak in a cast iron skillet with butter. Easy. And booze, man, I don't know. Local beer is fine. Just I'm not a big like Budweiser or anything guy. 13 miles a gallon is not that bad. Ever been to Car Wash Falls? That's funny, Zach. My wife and I are actually planning to do that tomorrow in her Subaru. Hopefully we can do it in a Subaru with her all-terrain tires. But yeah, I've never been to Car Wash Falls, and I really want to check it out. Yeah, Jack, there's so much technology in the new Tacomas. It's nuts. What I'm curious to ask what was I gonna say? What are some previous vehicles you guys have had that you regret selling, or it was like your favorite vehicle you ever had? TJ Overland, I would love to full-time Overland. My wife's not very down, and for my current situation, it's just not very practical. I don't know. I would love to in another life. I don't think, my job, I can work remote. I don't know, but my wife's a RN, and she works at a hospital, so she can't really be on the road with me. Oh, thanks, Zach. Cool. What made y'all get the Subaru, and what made y'all get the Subaru, and what were you thinking of getting? Gosh, I can't read. I love Subarus. My wife loves Subarus too. We've never owned one until this Crosstrek here. Since I'm talking about it, I'll show you guys. What made us get the Subaru? Well, we just thought we thought the Crosstrek in particular was super cool. The body style was like super aggressive. It's hilarious. Like when my wife goes to the drive-thru or something, the guy that takes or whoever's taking her order will be like, "Is this your husband's car?" Like they will literally say that to my wife, and she's like, "No, it's my car." And it's just so, I don't know. It's pretty manly and aggressive for a car. It's just pretty funny. But yeah, we like Subarus. We love their dependability, and I've never heard anything but good things about Subarus. I just think they're a quality car. I think those and Tacomas, those are not Tacomas, Subarus and Toyotas. those will just run, all day long. Those are just incredibly long-lasting vehicles, and they're built super well. Cool. Now I'm looking at the comments. It looks like there's a little bit of a lag because now I'm getting the comments about y'all's vehicles. Had an 07 Impreza. Oh yeah, those are cool, man. Yep. Oh hey Tommy, that's cool. 89 Toyota pickup. So that was my first vehicle. I had an 84 Toyota pickup. Literally, that's the model. It's called pickup. It's hilarious. 2-wheel drive. Man, I wish I could have a picture of that or something. Maybe I'll actually try to find a picture of the first vehicle I ever had. But that thing was cool. I wish I still had that truck. Oh my gosh, here it is. So here was the very first vehicle I owned as a proud teenager. That was my 84 Toyota pickup. The factory color was piss yellow. It was awful. So I painted it this color and threw some just kind of all-terrain, like I think they were grabbers, general grabbers or something on there. And yeah, that thing was cool, man. I wish I still had it. That was a cool vehicle. 96 S10. Ooh, 300,000. That's crazy. My dad had an S10. Volkswagen GTI got totaled, and then a Mustang sold to buy my community. Nah, nice. Those GTIs are pretty cool. Can I sleep in the Subaru? Of course you can sleep in the Subaru. Yeah, you can fold down the seats. Yeah. My wife and I, we do plan to go out west with the Subaru like this fall, and I'm gonna put the front runner tent on the Subaru. We're gonna do that and camp with the Subaru and see how that works. That's gonna be pretty fun. Oh, Suzuki Samurai. Those things look so fun. It looks like just a 4-wheeler. Those look cool. See a bike rack on the Subaru. See your bikes. Mountain biking is my passion. All right, Shane, we're about to talk about some bikes for a second, dude. I'm assuming you're a male. That's why I'm saying dude. Sorry. So mountain biking and overlanding are my two things. Those are my jam. Here's my mountain bike. So I have, oh gosh, I have a Trek /8 mountain bike. There it is. Love it. Absolutely love it. Done a few enduro races on this thing. Really fun. I went on a ride yesterday and yeah, had a blast. The weather was perfect. This is my little dirt bike I have. I just got that up and running again. That thing's fun. Actually, I really want to bring the dirt bike camping sometime. I think that'd be really fun just to have as another little vehicle out there. Let's go out here. You guys getting bored? Is this boring? Sorry if it's boring. But thank you for sticking around anyway. All right, I'm literally in my driveway. All right, let me read some of these comments. Uh-oh, we're reeling away. That's funny, Mark. You have a Jeep and a Subaru. Yeah, like all my friends are like, "Wow, you're so outdoorsy. You have a Jeep and a Subaru." Yeah, I think those are cool cars. Let's see. Apparently, you can overland a Honda Civic. Of course you can. Yeah, you can overland in anything. Scariest moment on your trip? Ooh, I have a very. Oh, thanks, Wes. I appreciate it. It's not boring, man. Scariest moment on my trip. So, I think it's the video that it's like titled "Overlanding with my new Rooftop 10" or something. I think that's what it is. We were in the forest, and my alternator just went out literally in the middle of nowhere on the middle of the trail, so I thought in the moment. So we were trailing. We'd been trailing for like 5 hours or so deep in the forest, and all my gauges went, like my voltage gauge. I'm sorry, my voltage gauge went all the way down. My lights wouldn't turn on. I was like freaking panicking, man. I was like, dude, this is gonna suck. I don't know what's wrong. You know, if I shut the engine off, I don't know if I'm going to be able to turn it back on. So anyway, we pulled into camp after like 30 minutes or so after that had happened, and it was still running okay. And shut it off because we had to go to bed. You know, I shut it off and parked. And at that point, like nothing worked. Like I couldn't turn on anything. It just didn't work. And I was like freaking out, man. And the same night, I ate something like really bad and just threw up. I like never throw up, and I threw up, and I was like, oh great, I feel like total crap. My Jeep's probably not going to start in the morning. You know, this is terrible. Where'd my beer go? Why do I lose my beers? Where's my beer? Seriously. This is the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. I'm sorry. Where is this thing? Oh, I found it. So sorry. Back to my trip. So yeah, I felt terrible. I didn't know if the Jeep was going to start. And woke up the next day, and I was like, okay, hopefully this works. You know, put the key in, turned it, and I was like, wow, I'm getting power. What the heck? Boom, and it started. And I was just like, you know, my heart was like going like crazy because we were so deep in the woods. And I was like, how did my Jeep start? You know, I had no gauge, no voltage the previous day, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, replaced the alternator. Wasn't the alternator, even though it tested bad. And I had blown a fusible link. So I learned about all this crap in the forums. I dug super deep in the Jeep forums and learned about this stuff. And Harry, my best friend, he's a Mercedes mechanic, and he helped me out tremendously. And we just put in a new cord, not a cord, a wire. Got it going. So, yeah. All right. Sorry if that story was lame, but man, it was terrifying. Good question. If I had the choice to switch over to a four-door JKJL instead of the TJ, good question. Here's the thing. I like the look of the two doors. They just look right. The proportions are right. They just look sweet. I think the four doors have more creature comforts and more like they're a little bit more practical. Like, you know, you can fit people in there. You have more cargo space. But everyone and their mom has a four-door Jeep. Everyone. I don't know. I like to be a little bit different, and that's, you know, I like the two doors a little bit more. I don't think I would switch to a four-door Jeep. I might switch to a four-door, you know, other vehicle. I don't know. The LJs are very cool though. I like that a lot. Would I ever consider getting one of those legit trailers? No, because those are so expensive. Not a chance. I could buy a nice vehicle instead of a trailer. Nah, just buy your Trek. Buy your Trek. What do you mean you want to buy my Trek? Oh, sweet Trek. Thanks, man. Could you check my Instagram and follow me? That'll cost you $5. Let me see. Did you follow me? Sweet. Well, I got to go through and check all these out, but thank you guys for following. Cool. I promise I'll go through these and check them out. Thank you guys for following. Be cool. Yes, I'll follow you. Where did you get your ice chest cover? Good question. Referring to this guy. This thing. So this was literally $2.50 at Academy Outdoor Sports. It was on clearance. It fits a Magellan cooler. That's Academy Sports private label brand. And it was the same size as this. This is a Walmart Ozark Trail cooler. And yeah, it just has these little buttons that you screw into the cooler like that, and you just snap it on there. Yeah, if you type in Magellan, like cooler cover or something, you can find it. Yeah, that thing's pretty cool. I like it. What exhaust are you running? Yeah, that's all good, Mike. Appreciate it, man. I get this question a lot, and to be honest, my exhaust sounds awesome. I love my exhaust. I wish I could tell you more information because the previous owner, I'm gonna heat up my chili. I didn't finish the meal here. The previous owner put the exhaust on, and I don't know what it is. I do know that the actual exhaust, so it looks like it was straight piped. The cat is still on it, of course, and the O2 sensors and stuff still work and everything. But it's red, the exhaust. It looks like a cherry bomb or something. I don't know if it's that, but it's pretty like well seasoned. It sounds really good. Yeah, the exhaust does dump right after the axle, the rear axle, or right before the axle. I'm sorry. So I don't have it hanging down or anything. Yeah, the exhaust sounds sweet. Yeah, if you guys want, I can turn on the Jeep and let you guys hear the exhaust. If you want, give me a thumbs up if you want to do that. What else? Who makes your soft top? Looking to replace my soft top is the Rampage frameless or bowless top. Yeah, I like it a lot. Beer was by the trek earlier. Oh, thanks. You want to hear the Jeep, huh? We got 2, 3. I'm going to be so redneck. I'm going to turn the Jeep on and just wah. Oh, looks like I missed a comment. Do I have real bead locks? Do I plan on getting any? Nah. No, I don't think so. What mic are you using? Does my mic sound bad? Because I don't have a mic. It's just my my work computer. Let's hear the exhaust. What is your tattoo? And do you have more than just the ones on your arm? I do. I have this. So this is a tribute to my wife. She's a nurse. Here's my tattoos. And I have one on my thigh. And one on my foot. Me being a designer, I just like tattoos. I just like art, so. Hit a rev limiter. Yo, no, dog. I'm not hitting a rev limiter. No. I don't think I've ever hit the rev limiter, to be honest. Ever. All right, I'll do the exhaust. I'm trying to eat, yo. I'll do the exhaust. All right. I'm curious to see how this sounds to you guys. Yo, Black Dragon, what's up? All right. So if you've checked out the comments, we are going to turn the Jeep on and listen to the exhaust. The crowd has spoken. I'll answer one more real quick. What's one mod on your Jeep doesn't have you really want? Oh, definitely a slip yoke eliminator and new drive shafts. I would love that. I just have a transfer case drop kit, and it's it's not the best thing, but if I had that mod, I would really like that a lot. But can you guys see that okay? All right, I'm curious how this is going to sound. It might sound like crap, but here, I'll put it right there. All right, yeah, let me go do it real quick, and I'll let you guys hear what it sounds like. Wow, I got grass all over my computer. What do you guys think? Did that sound good? Did it sound like crap? Did it sound weird? I kid you not. I'm being serious. I get asked if I have a V8 all the time. I get asked if people, people ask me if I did a V8 swap, and I'm like, no. But you can think that if you want. It's cool. Does sound cherry bombish. Is that a good thing? I had dual cherry bombs on my Scout, my International Scout, and my man with the V8, that thing gurgled, man. It sounded so good. Something cool. My exhaust wake the neighbors. They're fine. Something cool my exhaust does is when I'm going down the road and I'm kind of like downshifting, or not downshifting, just kind of decelerating. It sort of like blows back a little bit, like bop, 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 bop. It kind of like does that blowback thing, and it sounds unbelievably cool. Don't know how it does that. I don't know. Just sounds pretty cool. Does shifting into second gear ever get janky? Mine seems to in the cold. Yeah. So the your transmission fluid and stuff, or at least mine, in the cold, feels like it gets really thick when it's cold. Usually, I have to cycling through the gears is a little bit tough in the cold, at least just initially starting out. But yeah, it's not that bad. I will say with the body lift, if you do any kind of body lift and you're running a manual, then that's kind of a weird gap that you have to play with. When I do reverse or second, it almost touches that little plastic bezel on the shifter housing thing. So yeah, I don't know. I get around it. Cool. Glad you guys think it sounds rad. Oh, did you guys see my new? Here's my newest mod. I guess I haven't shown you. Oh, thanks, Manuel. That's awesome. Here's my newest mod. Oh, it's freaking backwards. Well, I don't know if it's coming in backwards on camera, but it says ARC 4x4, Arkansas Off-Road. Yeah, I don't know if it's reversed or not, but curious to know how many of you guys are more off-roaders than overlanders? Like, do you like camping and doing trails and, you know, outfitting your rig to do that, or do you prefer just off-roading? My wife verified that nothing is backwards on camera. Thank you. Not reversed. Cool. Awesome. Thanks, guys. Yeah, so what do you guys like? Do you like off-road? You know, do you off-road more or do you overland more? Because I know my channel is called Arkansas Off-Road. Sort of did that because I couldn't, because Arkansas Overland just wasn't a channel available. But yeah. Also, oh, you prefer camping? Awesome. Yeah, I do too. I definitely prefer camping. I like just being outside, man. A lot of flat land, so mainly camping, hunting, fishing. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's all fun. I just love the idea of having everything I need on me at once. Yeah, getting a lot of camping. That's cool. Thanks, Wes. Yeah, I like the idea of just having everything that I need to be self-sufficient for as long as I want and have as much fun as I want, like on my person and on my vehicle. I think that's the coolest thing ever. What's a mod that you guys like realistically to your vehicles you would want to do next? Like, I'm not saying a Hemi engine swap, right? Like, give me an example of a mod that you realistically want to get next on your rig. I'd like to see those. Because for me, I'm just kind of like tapped out. There's not a lot of other stuff I can do or really want to do. Yeah, let me know. I might sit down. Never been overlanding. I want to. Oh man, it's the best. Is this weird? Can you guys see me okay? All right, cool. I need to plug in the MacBook. Well, I'll use my battery to do that real quick. So cool. I could like run a freaking smoothie machine off of this or something. All right. Oh, feels good to sit down. I've been standing for like 2 hours. All right, guys. Let's see. Refreshing the comments here. So we got both. Yeah, that both is a great answer. What's the word? It's like Rocklander, I think. People say like Rocklander. They like rock crawling, but also overlanding. Yeah, I like both too. I just, as a daily driver, I have to lean more towards overlanding because I don't want to break it. Just being honest. Any good trails near central Arkansas? I don't really know. I'm sure there are. There's a lot of cool like national forest stuff there. But again, the best bet or the best thing I like is the Ozark National Forest, and that's not too far from South Arkansas. Okay, now we're getting into the mods. Very cool. Yeah. Big off-road park near Hot Springs. Yep. So Cole says front bumper. Awesome. Mark says onboard air. Yep. Man, the onboard air was such a game changer for me. I had a little compressor. I mean, if you watched my video, you know this, but I had that little compressor, and uh, I had to like do so many steps. It was like buried up in my cargo, and I had to like unzip the top, open the back, open the tailgate, you know, open the containers, get the thing out, hook it to the battery. Like, it was so annoying. The onboard air was really cool. Lift and tires, that's cool. Running boards, nice. Running boards or rock sliders? You're gonna try to bang these up, or you just want like something to step up? Hot Springs National Park. Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Cage says Mario. In a Samurai engine swap, 1.6 31-inch tires. Oh, engine swap, 1.6 engine. Cool. Very cool. That's a big project. Just getting away. Oh, I'm guessing you're just like, that's your next mod, is just to go. Rebuild the engine. Oh, man. Headlights, the bumper. Better kitchen setup. Yeah, kitchen setup's huge, man. I don't know if you saw earlier. Oh, I'm sitting on them. If you need kitchen setup ideas, buy some of these cases. They're amazing. I have all my kitchen stuff like really neatly sorted in there. I got those at Home Depot, really cheap. They're called rigid, like tool cases. DIY trailer setup. Yeah, those are awesome. I love like old military trailers people have like converted. Those are super cool. Roof rack. We got pull-out drawers. Yeah, pull-out drawers. I came very close a few months ago from making my own pull-out drawers. I drew out like on paper and everything how I'd build them, and just didn't end up doing it. The setup I do have in the Jeep, the back, it works pretty well. It's the most basic little cargo arrangement setup in there, those little shelves, but it works fine. You know, the TJ, like, you don't have a tailgate from a truck really that you have to like lean over to get stuff. The TJ just opens up and your gear is like right there and you can get it. So pull-out drawers would be cool. That's kind of why I went against it, because I don't really have that far to lean. Yeah, I definitely need to do the slip yoke, man. Definitely. Onboard air, cool. Frame swap. Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Ryan. I appreciate it. Yeah, my wife's awesome. I don't know how she takes care of all these crazy sick people. Yeah, rust sucks. Frame swap. Oh gosh, I had my fair share of rust with this thing. I had to put a whole new section of the frame in, basically. David says rooftop tent. Trying to butter up my wife first. Dude, David, like, you wouldn't believe how much I pestered my wife about it. I guarantee you, she's in there laughing right now. But yeah, that was really hard to convince her. And I will say, when we got that, she really did like camping a lot more. It was much more comfortable. So maybe try to swindle her that way. Eric, that's funny. Saving for a rooftop tent, cool. Hey Matt, I appreciate it. You're talking about my roof rack. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to give you like the exact cost I paid, because he's like a really good friend of mine, and yeah, I don't know. I did get a pretty good deal on it, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like an aftermarket, you know. I guess it was kind of equivalent to like an aftermarket, but it wasn't like more than that. You know, it wasn't like oh, I'm going to pay for a custom rack, so it's, you know, double the price. It was pretty fair. Cole is asking how much lift and shat size tires do you have? No, I know what you meant. Like I said earlier, the previous owner put on the lift, so I really don't know the height. And again, he painted the shocks and stuff, so I can't really go back and verify the brand even. But I think it's like a 4-inch lift and a 1-inch body lift, maybe a 3.5-inch lift and 1-inch body lift. And I have 35-inch tires with 15-inch rims. What compressor did I use? I used what is it? It's on Amazon. It's the Masterflow Tsunami. At the time when I bought it was like $70. And it came, if you see this yellow hose that came with that, I just made my own hose and everything, but that thing's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It works good. Sliders with detachable steps. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen detachable steps. Needed mod, big brakes. Yep, big tires, big brakes. Cool, Nicholas. Thanks. Appreciate it, man. Have a good night. What drive shaft linkage do you have? I don't really know what that means. Talking about like a slip yoke or something. I'm running stock drive shafts with no slip yoke. I just have a transfer case drop kit. Cool. Sweet. Well, you guys have any kind of last questions? I think I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon. I'll give it maybe 10 or so more minutes. Because I am wanting to get in the sleeping bag and get up there and go to sleep. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, if you guys like this live thing, again, this is the first time I've ever done it. If you like the live stream, give me like thumbs up or something. That would just tell me, you know, if you guys are interested in it. I would like to know. Yes. So Zachary is asking, how can we get a sticker? You can message me on Instagram if you have Instagram. It's grizzy.gram, GRIZZY.GRAM. It's on my channel too. Just send me a message in there, and we can work something out. I do like Venmo and Cash App. They're like $3. There's 2 different designs. Be glad to ship you one or several. Cool, getting lots of thumbs up on the more live streams. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Any particular like topics maybe? I know this is kind of like a weird in the garage, hangout session. But anything in particular would be cool too. Yeah, thank you guys. Where do I get my stickers made? Stickermule.com. Used them for a long time. Cool. Thank you guys so much. How about this? I am going to run to the restroom real quick, and I'll be right back. If you guys have any last dying questions, let me know. I'll answer those real quick, and then I'll go ahead and sign off for the night. So give me just a second to run to the restroom, and I'll be right back. I'll put it in the channel real quick. All right, guys. We are back. And guess what? I did wash my hands. So, not getting the corona. Okay. Let me catch up here. Oh, yeah. I left off on topics of live streams. Favorite meals to cook when outdoors. That's a good idea. Yeah. There's a, if you guys don't know about, I think it's Overland X. I think his name's Marco. He's on a lot of Trail Recon's videos. He is the most incredible, like, just cook, but also like cook, overland cook, and he makes these incredible elaborate meals when he's out on the trail. Yeah, he has some really cool cooking ideas. My wheels are 15s. Yep, thanks, Cole. ×2 on the meal cook prep. Yeah, that's another thing, Wes. So I do a little bit of prep. I figured out that if you do some prep before you go, it's much easier. However, if you have the means, it's much more fun to spend the time to prep at camp, if that makes sense. So, sometimes if I know I'm going to get to camp late or something, the night before when I'm at home and prepping, I'll just throw all my ingredients and like butter and like seasoning and stuff in like a Ziploc. And then when I get to camp at night, I just dump it out in a skillet and cook it, and it's super quick. But if I get to camp early and I'm in the mood to cook, which I really love to get to camp hours before dark and just hang out and set up everything. Yeah, I love doing meal prep and stuff, like cutting up vegetables and all that kind of stuff. It's super fun. Cool. So it looks like we getting some good meal idea topics. It's cool. Have you thought about going live once a week or once every other week? That's funny, Jack. When I went in to go to the bathroom, I asked my wife that, and I think we both agreed. Like, I think this live stream thing is really cool. I definitely do. After doing this one, I want to do it some more. Maybe every other week, maybe once a month. I don't know. We'll figure that out. But I'm glad you guys are sticking around and liking this. That's pretty cool. Have I ever done any winter camping in my tent? Yes, I love winter camping. It's so much fun. The tent is insanely warm. Me and my wife and I camped, I don't know, a couple months ago, and it was like just that freezing, which isn't super cold, but all we had was a little down comforter over us. No sleeping bags. We insulated the ground, or the bottom of the tent, with some quilts and stuff, but the only blanket that was over us was a little down comforter, and we were really warm. What kind of tires are you using? These are Mastercraft Coursers in mud trains, and they still have a pretty good amount of tread on them, and no, they're really not that noisy. Well, from what I can hear, because my exhaust is kind of loud. Ever thought of making an air reservoir? No, I really haven't. I tend to have enough patience, I guess, to just use the compressor. I don't really need to do the air reservoir. I think they're cool. Oh, thanks, TJ Overland. That's cool. Yeah, I need to check out his box recipes. Yeah, Marco's cool. Ever experienced any steering trouble? /stop. Trying to figure out what's wrong with mine. Man, that could be a topic for days and days. I would just type in your symptoms and just check the Jeep forums online. That's how I learn everything. Oh, Bearded Unicorn, we still trading local beers in October. Oh yeah, I'll be there. If you guys heard from earlier in the live stream, if you ever want to meet me or hang out with me, I know we talked about maybe doing like a trail meetup or something. But outside of that, I will always be going to the Rendezvous, the Ozarks. That's late in the fall, so it's late October. In what's it called? What is it called? I cannot remember the place. It's in the Ozarks, but anyway, go on Facebook and type in Natural State Overland and type in Rendezvous the Ozarks. That's a annual event they have. It's a really cool overland thing. So I'll be there all the time. Yeah, I met Bearded Unicorn there. That's pretty cool. Well, upgrade my Dana 35s to 488s. It's a great idea. Birds, that's it. Duh, birds. It's not in the future to upgrade. If I did, I would for sure go for a 488. Those are really common, really cheap. But I already have 456s in these Dana 30s, and so I'm just gonna keep running them. I haven't broken an actual shaft yet, so. By any chance, would you be interested in going through anyone else for graphics and stuff? Sorry, I have to reread your question. Be interested in going through anyone else? Oh, for graphics and stuff. I appreciate it, Jesse. I do my own graphic design. That's just what I do for a living. I do graphic design, and then I am a UI and UX designer, and so I like doing that myself, but I really appreciate it. Oh, you got an 8.8. That's cool. That's really cool. Well, I'm only 1.5 beers deep. Been doing this 2.5 hours. I think we had around 60-ish or so people at one point. So I appreciate you guys. Oh, okay, Jesse, I got you. Yeah, potentially. Yeah, I was talking earlier, like I was thinking of making a store and selling some merch and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. That'd be cool. Hit me up on Instagram or something. Good night, Mark. Later, man. Ooh, very cool, Jesse. Thanks, David. Later, man. Thanks, Wes. See you guys. David, yeah, the full vehicle graphics, that's cool. I was kind of considering for a little bit to do like an Arkansas off-road graphic on my Jeep, but I don't know. Kind of like it being modest, but oh, that's right. That's gotcha. Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, we've talked before. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the night. Thank you all so much for hanging out on this. Oh, Kyle, what's up, man? Just as I was ending, yeah, shout out to Kyle. If you guys don't follow him or know his channel, he's really cool dude. He's got a really clean TJ. Yeah, I watch all of his videos. Cool guy. My Instagram is GrizzyGram, GRIZZY.gram. It's on my YouTube channel page. You can find it there. Man, it's so hard. Like, I don't know if I should end or keep going because I don't know. I could do this for a while longer. I just don't know how you guys are hanging. Sorry, I'm kind of catching up on these. Oh, thanks, Kevin. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'd love to get some merch, dude. I need to get going. I'm pretty late in the game on that. Oh, Kyle, absolutely. Love to. That'd be so much fun. Yeah, so Kyle, I know you're just joining, but basically we've been hanging out. I am doing some driveway camping here. So I'm going to be camping in the Jeep tonight. Got a new sleeping bag and everything. So just, yeah, didn't want to go in the forest tonight because the weather's supposed to be pretty weird. And so yeah, I just wanted to get out a little bit and get some fresh air. So I'll be camping tonight. But yeah, that's cool. Yeah, all you guys dropping off. See you guys. Have an awesome night. Appreciate you tuning in. So here's the deal. I know we're going. We have like 29 people now. We had like 60 or so. I know it's getting late, and I've said this a million times, but let me know if you guys have any more questions. If not, I'll just drop off and we'll peace out for the night. And I'm just gonna go straight to the tent and crash. These beers are making me sleepy. All right, guys, cool. Well, I appreciate all the love and support. Thank you guys for tuning in. Yeah, as a quick summary, I definitely want to do these again. These are fun. Never done it before. So thank you guys for being interested. Kyle, it's good to see you, man. All you guys have an awesome night. And we'll see you on the next live stream.